So, final review of Wild Card Weekend. Vikings lose 9-27 against the Los Angeles or the Phoenix Rams. Farewell, Sam Darnold. We can finally put to bed the conversation. Who's it going to be next year? Is it Sam Darnold or are they going to ride with JJ? Enough, okay? Sam Darnold had a great year. Awesome year. Probably going to be the best year of his career. Kevin O'Connell is, in my opinion, the official quarterback whisperer, but he pumpkined so hard. Quick, name the teams the Vikings lost to this year. Lost to the Lions twice and the Rams twice. That's pretty great. But hey, it is what it is. I feel bad for Sam Darnold because he, more than anyone else I've ever seen in professional sports, looks terrified. The Jets scarred him so deeply. It's unbelievable. The ghosts that he was seeing in MetLife, they follow him everywhere. I feel like they're the ghosts of Christmas past, except midnight never struck, and they're just always with him. The poor guy, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a millionaire, if you're not, I can't even say if you're not succeeding at your profession, because he had a great year, but I don't know. I feel bad for the guy a little bit. He looks unhappy. I hope he's, go sit on a beach for the next 3 months. Enjoy your life, man. It's not your fault that the Jets fucked you over. But he had a great year. He's going to get paid again next year. Hopefully he makes a smart decision. I wouldn't be too surprised if Sam Darnold goes back to Minnesota just because he did so well there. And there's been a couple quotes floating around that Kevin O'Connell's preaches and is trying to ingrain a culture of respect and I forget the words that he used, but so wouldn't be too surprised if he goes back, but he'll get paid somewhere, he'll go off, and let's never talk about Sam Darnold again, okay? The Rams look good. They looked really good. Granted, Sam Darnold takes the worst sacks I've ever seen. I don't understand it. He's got two guys in his face, and this 6'4" statue tries outrunning them going backwards. He got sacked at least, I feel 3 times like that. I do not understand what this guy's doing in the pocket, but 9 sacks in a playoff game ties the record since sacks were being recorded. And Stafford started off on fire. I think he started 11 for 12. Do you guys remember Cooper Kupp? Because nobody else seems to, and at least in the Rams offense. Puka Nacua just dominates the target shares for this team. Make a mental note of this for fantasy football next year. Draft Puka Nacua in the first 2 rounds. He might be a first-round guy. Probably not, but he'll be great next year with a full year of rest. But Puka Nacua is great. Rams look good. Stafford look good. We'll see how they do against the Eagles. And that's where we'll start. So Rams look good. Vikings, see ya. Nice year. Better luck next year. We're moving on. I think the Rams can absolutely beat the Eagles. Eagles are not a perfect team. They start off a little clunky against the Packers. They ended up pulling through, but without that easy layup of a touchdown at the beginning of that game, it's 15-10. And that's where my thoughts were going this whole time as I was taking notes and preparing what I wanted to say for this matchup. But they haven't scored under 24 points since week 6. They will light up a team if they catch fire at the right time. 2 of the 3 losses for the Eagles, Saquon was kept under wraps. That is the key for this Eagles offense. I've said it before, this is not the same Eagles team that went to the Super Bowl. That was Jalen Hurts' year. This is Saquon Barkley's year. This team goes with Saquon Barkley. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If the Rams can contain him and force the Eagles to throw the ball, they will absolutely have a shot. I think an ugly score favors the Rams for sure, because I think Stafford will have enough in him to kind of win that last possession that matters most. That's the key for the Rams, is to keep it ugly, keep it close. I don't know if they can. I said it again last week. I don't know how much gas the Rams had in the tank. This was probably not only a physically grueling game, but an emotional one. Having to leave your homes at home burning. That's going to be emotionally tolling. Now you got to fly across the country. You're not just going down south a little bit. All the way across the country. Leave everyone behind. Emotionally taxing. Stafford kept saying that, they've got a great locker room and a great leadership in Sean McVay, but I don't know how much they're going to be able to do that. But what I was getting to is the Eagles are a great offense. I kept looking for reasons to not believe in them. I am a full believer in the Eagles. I think they boat race the Rams, really. Too much on the Rams' plates, minds, and maybe against the Packers it was a bit of a wake-up call. I'm not sure what the spread's going to be. I didn't look at it because I wanted to kind of give a live reaction. I'm saying... So I do know one of the spreads that I will get to, I think, tomorrow, and it surprised me. So based off that, I think this Eagles spread is going to surprise me. I'm going to say Eagles. I feel like it could be close because that's what the public thinks. I'm part of the public. But I'm going to say Eagles minus 5.5. And it is... Come on. Eagles minus 6. So I was right. There's a couple spreads this weekend that I think they're begging people to take the underdog because people love rooting for the underdogs, ironically, against Philly. People love rooting for the underdogs. It's more fun right out of Philly's playbook, really. So Eagles minus 6 doesn't surprise me at all, honestly. I think they're going to figure it out. I think... over under 43.5. Wow, that's lower than I thought. I was thinking to be the mid to high 40s, and I was going to suggest taking the under. I like the over in that. With the spread being that Stafford playing the way I think he can play, I'm taking the over 43.5. Hey, 44, Michael McAuliffe, and I like the Eagles to cover the 6. Throw in Saquon to score. Don't throw in anything. Honestly, those 3 are enough. But yeah, I said take the under if it's in the mid 40s. I wouldn't consider that mid-40s. So I was pretty spot on. Pat on the bat. Shout out Leonhardt. And yeah, I think it's going to be I thought the Eagles-Packers would be a good game. It was not. So maybe this won't be either. I just don't... I do think the Eagles will win this. Again, they haven't scored under 24 points since week 6. Implied point total would be, math here, 25 to 18, 25-18, so 24-17, give or take. And that 24, boom. I just said it. That's the Eagles number. Take the Eagles. We'll see what happens. So, dirty secret, terrified, but not really terrified of the thought of Matthew Stafford coming into Detroit for the NFC Championship game. That thought terrifies me. I think we'll boat race the Rams, but can you imagine? That's terrifying. Please, God, don't let the Lions lose to the Rams to go to the Super Bowl. Anyways, okay. So I'm not going to go into the other... I'm not going to talk about the Lions game because I'm going to do a full Lions breakdown the game on Friday. The other thing I want to talk about, I'm going to do the AFC tomorrow. Where are the head coaches going to get hired? Where are these head coaches going to decide to go to? So we got Mike Vrabel off the table already. Him going to New England, that seemed like a layup. I thought Ben Johnson would have been a good candidate there, but it makes total sense for Vrabel to go back. Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys not agreeing to terms is so Cowboys. It is crazy. So I'll go backwards on at least how I think. I have no idea. It's impossible to throw out what you think the Cowboys are going to do because Jerry Jones is going to be Jerry Jones, and it's got to be a tough time to be a Cowboys fan. I mean, most Cowboys fans were like bandwagoners anyways. Is this time to jump off the wagon here and maybe go back to your local team? There's no way someone in their right mind could be rooting for this Cowboys team with the leadership and the management that they have. Who are they going to... Dion or Jason Witten are two rumored names? That's going to be a shit show. I was trying to find like a logical candidate. I don't know if there's anyone desperate enough to take that job. I'm looking at my list here, and of the guys I didn't list... I didn't list Colin Moore. He's either a slam dunk. He's a slam dunk either way. Either he's a no-doubter, sign the dotted line before he even walks in the door, or he's like, there's no way in hell I am going back to that dumpster fire of an organization. And that's the way I lean. I don't think he's going there. Maybe Joe Brady. He seems like he'd be it's easy to see him to like want a head coaching job so much that the shine of the Cowboys is still there. And that sounds like a Cowboys sexy hire. Offensive mind, put him in there with Dak and CD. You're never going to win with Dak, okay? It's not going to happen. I like that Joe Brady call. I'm going to stick with that, actually. I didn't have anything written down, but yeah. I'm going to go with that. The hire I'm most confident about is... Ooh, wow, just saw the Lions spread. Ben Johnson to the Bears seems like a signed and locked and loaded. I think Ben Johnson wanted the Bears job last year, and it was not available, hilariously. And maybe that would be the Lions' only saving grace to keeping him, because maybe he sees the dysfunction of that organization as well. Is Caleb Williams going to be that alluring to him? They've got a couple pieces on offense. I'm not sold on Rome Odunze. I would have taken an offensive lineman. Look what happens when you take Penei Sewell. The offensive line is your foundation of a football team. But anyways, I think Ben Johnson will probably go to Chicago. They have to get him. Throw him, ask him what he wants, give him $2 million more, and say, "Can you come here tomorrow? Can you be here? Can you jump on a plane now?" The Jets seem like a team that will hire Matt Nagy. They're going to be like, "Oh, we wanted a guy with experience, and we like that he's been through it, and he's a tough guy now because of what he's gone through, and he's an offensive mind, and that's what we want." So here are the teams looking for a head coach: Bears, Jets, Saints, Jaguars, Raiders, Cowboys. Do those not all sound like they should be lumped together forever in every conversation? Those are the laughingstock teams in the NFL. Bears, Jets, Saints, Jaguars, Raiders, Cowboys. And look who already made their decision. The Patriots, who kind of seem like they're not. They seem like they have their shit together. It's hilarious. Bears just re-signed. The Bears signed a head coach 2 years ago. The Jets 3 years ago. Saints. This is Saints, Jaguars, Raiders. Those are all guys that have just signed. And maybe this is a middle finger to what I said yesterday. Like, keep rolling the dice. There's got to be some saving grace to that, or some grain of salt. Like, you can't just keep doing this every 2 years. It's hilarious, but so maybe Ben Johnson won't take any of these jobs. I thought, like I said, maybe the Patriots seem like a good fit because they seem like a good organization, and it doesn't seem like Ben Johnson is super eager to just jump at the idea of this, but I don't know. There's not going to be a head coach vacancy unless Andy Reid retires, which I don't see happening. He likes his cheeseburgers winning too much. So Jets and Matt Nagy? Jets and Nagy seem like a good fit. This is either a me becoming a media dork, or it just seems too easy, too good to be true. Aaron Glenn, I think, came out of New Orleans, at least in a coaching standpoint. Him and I think Dan Campbell were there together. So Aaron Glenn going to New Orleans seems like a good fit on paper. He'll take a bit of that culture down there to New Orleans, and I could see that working. The Saints, again, the Saints of those teams don't seem like they're as much of a dumpster fire, but they're one lit match away from going up in flames. I don't know if I would want to go there. They have nothing. Name a good Saint player that isn't over 30. I don't remember how old Alvin Kamara is, but Chris Olave is always, hopefully he figures it out next year guy. Aaron Glenn to the Saints, maybe. Jaguars, I thought maybe Mike McDaniels. I thought maybe Mike McCarthy. I wouldn't be too surprised there. I have a feeling the Jaguars are going to want to zag to their zig. I think they're going to go defense. I'm thinking Spagnuolo. That seems like Jags and Jets are cut from the same cloth, so they're going to be like, I really appreciate that he's gone through a couple ups and downs, and it's made him a stronger man because of it. Come on. So Jaguars, Steve Spagnuolo, they took a shot at a couple offensive-minded coaches the past with Peterson and Can't remember the other clown that was there before or after the guy from the Bronx, but they'll say he's learned a lot from Andy Reid, championship culture. That seems like a pretty good fit. I might even like that second, but he's been notorious for wanting to stick with being a coordinator because he's great at it and because he's winning Super Bowls, and winning is the most fun. So we'll see. I think Mike McCarthy's going to go to the Raiders. He seems like he's a big game hunter. He went from Green Bay to Dallas to Las Vegas. That seems kind of up his alley. They're a blank slate. They're drafting 3rd overall, I believe. He's going to have a shot to draft his quarterback. Let me confirm 3rd overall. I'm pretty positive because I was wrong about it like last week. They're 4th overall. Okay, so it's going to be a little tougher. The Giants ahead of them will need a quarterback. The Titans and the Browns probably won't. Maybe the Browns swap with somebody, but I don't know if I love these quarterbacks, but really you don't have a shot. If you're one of those 3 teams, you've got to take somebody. So maybe the guy will go to maybe somebody will fall to the Raiders, but I like Mike McCarthy to the Raiders. That seems like it's a great fit there. Unload the bag for him. And like I said, Cowboys, I have no idea what's going to happen there. I don't know. We'll see. And that's all I'm going to talk about today. Tomorrow we'll talk about the AFC. Friday, the Lions. How about this? One note about this, just because it's on my top of my head. The Pistons are fun again. Finally, thank God. Like, please give us something to watch after the Lions are done. I'm gonna have to pay a little extra because I don't know who to subscribe to, which is a fucking joke. But long gone are the days of 2003, 2004. When I could sit in my bedroom and adjust my bunny ears and get the Pistons games. That was so cool as a 12, 11, 10-year-old. Like, it was a little secret thing that I had. That was so cool. That's what kind of, I feel like, made me a Pistons fan. Those teams were so much fun. So let's hope Cade can become a star. It sucks that Jaden Ivey got hurt. They were starting to gel. It's funny what happens when you have a coach with a pulse. So let's hope some of the grit from the Lions rubs off on them. That's it for me. Appreciate it. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Now enjoy this cool graphic.